friends, Tiffany here. Welcome to my quilting life. It is Thursday, March, I don't even know the number. 4th. If you are new to my channel, head down there, subscribe to my channel, like my videos, share them with your quilty friends.
Make a pied backing.
Make a what?
Pied backing.
Pied. That's what it says.
P-I-E-E-D. Pied backing.
It's supposed to say pieced backing, but I
Oh,
guess I
we
can't
forgot the
type.
C.
I guess I can't type today.
We forgot the C.
Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh well.
We all like pied backings, right?
So, how's everybody doing today? I hope good. I am still fighting with sinus problems, but I'm going to make it work because that's what I do.
I got you a ton of pills and medicine today.
I need to, I forgot what was I saying. Yeah, I'm going to make a piece backing for the Lonestar Quilt, and I'm going to use the extra star that I had, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm seeing real quick. Oh, I can change it so that it doesn't say pied.
Jim says all the oddball fabric is cut.
There we go. Pieced backing. I changed it. There we go.
So you're good now?
I'm good.
It's not pied no more?
Anyways, hi Jim, hi Kim, hi Linda. So, I am going to use all of the fabrics that you see right here. And then this right here, which was my play around to see if I can get it correct star, but it was wrong. So I'm going to use it to my advantage building a back. And I really don't, I kind of know what I want to do, but then I'm like thinking to myself, not sure. So I'm just going to build something off of this and hope that it's bigger by the time it's done than the quilt top, which needs to be bigger than 89 by 95-ish. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to find out how big this is, and it looks like it's like 24.5 by 24.5. So, perfect.
Hi Nita, your sister's quilt was mailed this morning.
I already told her.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry. Hi Vicky.
Oh, and look, I don't even have my thing to even see. Scott reads the comments anyway, so I don't even know why I have mine on. Hi Nita, hi Vicky. So
Okay.
I'm going to start with...
What's your thing you need to see? Do I need to get you something? What do you need?
Oh, I don't need nothing right this second.
Oh, do you need juice or water?
Water. I need water.
Okay.
I'm going to
Hi,
try
Judy.
to do this like log cabin style, I think. But not. Does that make any sense? Log cabin, but not. I'm thinking to myself. I think I just want to build around it with 5-inch strips, just over and over and over again until it's as big as it can get. I think that would be cool.
There's the water for you.
And I know you guys, I'll have to show you how to, you know, when you're piecing a backing and loading it on a long arm or sending it to a long armor, how that works too. So there will be a video on that as well.
Hi Kathy. Hi Kathleen.
Hi Kathy, hi Kathleen. Alright, so I'm going to just chop 5-inch strips. I'm just going to chop a ton of them. And just start from there with 5-inch strips. And everything should be already good. I just need to line up my 5-inch and start cutting. Yeah, that'll be good. I'll just build around it with 5-inch strips. So here we go with some cutting.
Are we going to be ironing?
Yes, we will be.
Okay. Are you going to iron or am I going to iron?
You can iron.
I'm ironing big stuff or little stuff? I need to know which iron to use.
So I'm just cutting 5-inch strips from all of my fabrics that were left over from the Lonestar to build a piece back. There's 4. I'm just going to lay those out of the way and just chop the whole thing up. How does that sound? Chopping all of it up. And whatever's left over I can put in my stash. 5-inch strips. That's what I'm doing here.
Kim says she wound up with 2 shoe boxes stacked double with 2.5-inch squares and a 5-gallon bag of strings.
That's awesome. It's a lot of scraps to play with. All right. So far I have 8 of these. So I'm just gonna make 8 of the next and just keep going until I have like 8 of all of them to start, I guess. So I'm just cutting 5-inch strips. All my last cut should be straight on all these, so shouldn't have to worry about all that.
Kim also has 100 5-inch squares and a total of 177 pack quarters.
Look at that.
Well, you go, Kim.
Get to making something now.
Yeah, what are you going to make with it all?
She's
That's
gonna
what
do
we
the
want to know.
25 patch blocks with 5-inch squares, I think, or with the 2.5-inch squares, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
'Cause she likes those videos. So this should be a nice, fun, 2-sided quilt now, after I put all these together. Alright, there's
She says
4
quilts, of course.
so far of that.
Quilts, of course.
Watch out, Thumper.
Well, that'll get him to move. Sure did get him jumping. Now he's jumpy. Look at him.
He's like, what
thinks
did
you're
she
gonna throw
throw
more?
the box on me for? That bolt.
Hi, Regine.
Hello, welcome everybody, jumping in. I didn't give warning today, I just decided to go live because I was ready to work. And get things done, because I have all sorts of things that I have to get done for my surgery, so.
She's not going to start work until next Wednesday after her sister leaves. She's going to enjoy hanging with her sister.
Alright, for now I'm just going to keep this separate. I'm
You
just
need to get
cutting
your
8
sister on
of
making
each.
some with you, Kim. You guys can work together.
So I'm just cutting 8 of each to start. For now. If you hear crunching sounds, that's because Thumper likes the bolt and now he's standing on it. It's kind of funny, actually. I threw it at him and now he wants to stand on it and sniff around.
He doesn't believe he's being weird. He's being a cat. Jim says, I like 2.5-inch blocks. Take forever, but they're relaxing.
Yes. Alright, one more.
Tiff's hand surgery is the 17th, right, honey?
Yes.
17th?
Watch
Is
out,
it
kid.
16th? Is it 17th or 16th?
It's the 17th.
Okay, it's the 17th.
It's the St. Patrick's Day.
Hi, Angela. Hi, Brenda.
Welcome, everybody. Just making a piece back for my Lonestar. Right now I'm just starting with 5-inch strips. I'm just cutting 8 of each color for now, just because I can, and then I'll add more when I add more.
Eventually, if Tiff ever gets all these quilts done, she has so many quilts she wants to start making bags again, right, honey?
Yeah, I got bags to do too. My goodness.
Well, her goal was to make 1 bag a week because the bags sell quick. But she's got so slammed with all these quilts.
Yeah, 2021 has proven to be a good year, I guess.
It's quilt year. Quilt crazy. Hi, Shirley. Shirley says hello.
Hello. For those that are joining, I'm just cutting 5-inch strips. I'm going to build a back with a star as the center. I think I'm starting to go crooked. Make that a nice straight cut real quick.
Angela just finished knitting the last row of January on her temperature quilt. She's a little behind.
Well, at least you're doing something.
Yep, at least you're working.
Okay, had to re-straighten it. It was starting to go crooked. Make sure you guys do that when you're cutting tons and tons of strips. Making sure everything stays nice and straight.
Oh, Kim, you got a hot date? Kim got her hair cut yesterday and she loves it.
I know it's cute. She showed me.
Oh.
I'm not cutting mine. I'm growing mine.
Hi, Darlene. Darlene's listening while grooming doggies today. Said I
Oh.
opened my mouth, so here I am. LOL. Hubby took too much meds and can't work. Ray Jean says I have one cat that likes to climb in my washing machine. Today I didn't see her in there and started to wash her.
Ooh.
Didn't take long to figure it out. She is fine.
That is crazy.
Now that's a new one. We've never heard that. That's America's Funniest Home Videos one.
Yeah. Our cat doesn't, he has no access to our washer, so we would never know because it's in the
Yeah.
garage.
Yeah, ours is in the garage and he won't leave the house. It's okay, Angela. At least you came for while you're here. Angela can only stay a few minutes because she's on her phone and it sucks. She
Oh,
says.
that's fine. I don't mind. All my videos have replays, so they're all watchable later. Right now, you guys are just watching me cut anyway, for the moment, and then I'll start sewing. And then I'm just going to start sewing over, or sewing. Until this project becomes big enough to be a back. Oops. I'm just cutting 8 of each to start, because there's really not much fabric. Oops, we forgot to turn that off again. If you guys hear those kind of dings, it's just because it's notifications coming through the tablet. We keep forgetting
You
to
know,
turn the
instead of
sound
chucking
down.
them on the floor, you could just sit them right there and I can take them. You know, right there inside of you. I mean, you do reuse them. You don't have to chuck them on the floor. Hi, Scarlett. Scarlett can't sew because she had her hand surgery yesterday.
Oh,
She
yeah,
says
that's
poo.
right. Well, then you can vicariously work through me.
Yeah. Well, once Tiff has her hand surgery, she won't be sewing much
And
either.
then I'll be watching everyone else instead.
Yeah.
So far I'm just cutting 8 of each color, just because. At 5 inches, for those that are joining and wondering what I'm doing here. 5-inch strips is what I'm cutting. Anybody else sewing right now? Or working on something? If so, what are you working on while hanging out with me?
Vicky says, with my window leaking, I can't do much.
That sucks. Sorry about that loud sound. I'm throwing my bolts on the floor.
I tell you, just sit them right there on the ground. I'll move them. Right here.
Alright. This is the last color. then I could start sewing.
Hi Linda. Linda says that she ordered a Martelli cutter from Becca and it's out for delivery today. Her
Ooh.
question is, did it take a while to learn to use yours?
No, it kind of comes natural. Just remember to hold your first finger on the top and hold the rest of it like this. So your thumb right here on the end, first finger on the top, and the rest of your hand over it.
Hi Suburban. Kim's just hanging out and having coffee. Gonna start lunch soon. Nita's working on FPP mill and stars block for
Foundation paper
her
piecing.
son's wedding quilt.
Alright, here's my wonderful stack. Obviously I'll cut more as I need more, but what I'm going to do is, like I said when I came on, I want this to kind of look log cabin style, so I'm going to actually have some fun with this back. So what I'm going to do, just put my colors in some kind of
Linda says thanks, honey.
color order. Let's see, like that. I like that right there. Perfect. Yeah.
June's not doing anything yet. She's gonna eat lunch and then sew some more blocks with the barn blocks.
That's better order. Yeah.
The two dark blues right together?
No, we're gonna swap.
Yeah, I think that looks a little
Okay.
better.
That's better. All right. So now I'm gonna start with this star, and I know right now it is 24.5 inches. So what I'm gonna do?
Is that your only star for the back? So is it gonna be in the middle?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
hopefully. I'm gonna cut from one of these pieces 24.5 inches. So I guess I just need to move some of this out of my way. I'm gonna cut the selvage. I'm gonna cut it 24.
Hi, Leona.
And-
Leona says, so you don't miss your daily videos, you should have me make a small quilt while you're healing. Could be really fun from start to finish.
Yeah, that would be nice if we can
Yeah.
get them to sew.
That ain't gonna happen, Leona.
All right, so I'm gonna cut my selvage off and come over to 24.5.
Suburban says those colors would make an awesome Bargello.
Yes, they will. All right, 24.5. Okay, so 24.5 is my first side. So I'm going to put it right here and sew it on to my big star. Right sides together. So in reality, I'm just making an oversized quilt looking thing. It's going to get pressed back.
Oh,
I'm
look at
just
that
showing
do
you what
it.
I'm doing, see?
Okay.
Just pushing it back like this. See how I did that?
Am I standing right next to you?
Alright, now I'm going to lay this down on my mat like this and see how long it is, just using the mat measurements. And it is 29 inches, so
Why did you go white around it?
just watch.
I'm watching. I was just curious at your thought process.
29 inches now.
I'm trying to learn with all that.
So I'm going to take another piece of white and I'm going to go to 29. I'm going to cut the selvage off first.
Hi, Ellen. Ellen says hello.
Hello.
I'm trying to learn along with everyone else. We'd like to get inside the mind of Tiffany.
I'm building a big, huge log cabin. It's technically what I'm doing here.
Okay.
29 inches. So I'm going to come over here, make sure that's nice and straight. Cut at 29. Okay. I'm going to keep my stacks of all the leftover pieces to the side because I will be reusing them all. So now I'm going to go right here on another side and add this.
Hi, Carol.
So my next cut will be 29 inches from a color, from my first color. And I'm back stitching all of this because this is the back of the quilt and I don't want it to fall apart because this one will have lots of tension being tugged on it. So once it's on the long arm. So I want to make sure that everything is nice. This gonna be the biggest log cabin you guys have ever seen.
Hey, Melissa. What other of your quilts that are over there are log cabins? So I know what a log cabin is.
I don't have any.
Oh, you don't have any over there? Your sale ones?
No.
Why don't you let me
I
do
just
that?
sold it. The one that I just sold, that was a curved log cabin.
Oh, okay.
I'm just making regular style.
The one that lady just got yesterday? That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's move these out of it temporarily.
Why don't you let me iron?
All
for
right,
you?
now you can see I have built on 2 sides with my white, and I'll probably run out of white during this whole thing, but that's okay. We'll make it fun. So now I need a 29-inch piece of my first color, which I'm choosing to be this one. So we need 29 inches of this one, and I don't care that there's a fold, a nicely pressed fold,
Do you want me
because
to iron it?
all that will be going away. No,
You're not
That's
letting me do
fine.
anything.
not yet. You can iron when I add it.
Okay.
All right, so again, 29 inches is what this one will be, and then the next one will be bigger. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep all of my scraps to the side, and now I'm gonna start on this side right here. So I added one, and you guys can see down here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I
So I
can't see
added the
top, I
one,
can see the
like
bottom.
any log cabin, and then the other. So now I'm gonna go the opposite direction. So I'm gonna add one on this side.
I can't see the top at all, but
Like
they can see
this.
the bottom. Maybe I can pull it back an inch or two. But that's about all they're gonna get. Should I lower it down? Would that help? Honey? Remember we raised it to be in the garage. Would it help if I lowered it?
No, that's fine.
Okay. Well, I pulled it back to 2 inches. That's about all they're gonna get. I did my best. Kind of against the wall here, so. Better than nothing, though.
Perfect size. All right, Scott, press it back.
Ooh, I get to work. Am I pressing it towards the blue?
It'll be 33.5, I think, for the next one. Yes, towards the
You
blue.
want this thing towards the blue?
Yeah.
Joe's here. Hi, Joe. Just here for a bit.
I'm just building the back.
You get to see your back being done, Joe.
I just said 33.5, right? We're gonna make sure anyway.
I don't know, to be honest. I'm sorry, are you waiting on me?
Yes.
Oh, I was going slow. I didn't know you were waiting on me.
So now I'm going to, so I built one side, then the other, now I did this side, and now I gotta do that bottom. So, now to measure the whole entire thing at 33.5, like I said.
Is this just water?
Yeah,
Oh,
probably.
okay, that's just water. Thought it was the
Alright,
same,
so
but
I'm
no,
gonna
it's
grab
water
that
from the iron.
same color, and I'm gonna cut 33.5. And notice I'm saving all these pieces because some of them we're gonna have to elongate the further we get with this humongous log cabin that I'm building. An oversized log cabin. It'll be so fun. 33 and 1/2. 33 and 1/2. Right there. So again, I'm still saving those pieces because I'm just gonna piece them all together when I need.
Hi, Dawn.
Now I'm going to add to this side, like that. And since this is going to be on the back and again on the long arm, so it's going to get stretched and pulled just a little bit more than a top would, I'm making sure I have a 2.0 stitch length because I don't want any of these seams to come open when they're stretched on the long arm.
That's good, Kim. Kim got a nice surprise yesterday while she was out shopping. She saw a man with a Vietnam veteran's hat, and
Oh, man.
she told him thanks for his service and asked where he served.
Seriously? It wasn't 33 and a half? Are you kidding me? What was it? Did I not cut 33 and a half? You guys were watching me. I didn't sew all the way, so I'm just going to attach this piece right to it where I cut it off. I don't know how that happened. I thought I went to 33 and a half.
Dawn says, glad I made it to some of this. Well, Kim says she'd come to find out he served with her late husband. And
Okay,
he said
I'm
he
just
was
gonna-
one hell of a Marine, and it made her smile.
Sew this on.
That's pretty cool. Just randomly running into somebody and he knows your husband.
That was the weirdest thing. I could have swore that was 33 and a half that I cut. That's what the size is. Oh well.
I guess it's a small world, huh, Kim? That's crazy.
I'm gonna press this one real quick. 'Cause
Okay,
I made a boo-boo.
it's
I
okay.
cut it too short.
It's okay.
But sometimes I accidentally do that. Alright, so now I have this. So now I'm going to add white again. So now I need a piece that should be 33 and a half. Let's make sure I'm cutting 33 and a half this time. That's funny. Oh no, white, we're on white. We're on white. Cut my selvage first.
Dawn asks, is there a video on the star?
Yes, there is. I made that in video 3 of the Lonestar.
This is video, what, 6 or 7?
I didn't number this. This is just me building a back. This has nothing to do with the Lonestar technically. I'm just
Oh,
building a
okay.
back so people can see how the backs are made. 33 and a half. 33 and a half. Wow, how did that even happen that first time? Alright, so now I'm going to attach it, as with any log cabin, back to this top section.
Dawn's gonna look for it.
Yeah, I screwed up with my math on the diamonds, so I ended up just making a star video to have a little star.
Yeah, video number 3 is the one that has the least amount of watches, so give it a watch. We'll boost its morale. We'll boost its morale.
37. It'll be 37 and a half next.
Dawn loves the color combos.
Alright, so the next one is going to be 37 and a half. I'm just going by 4.5 inch increments because I'm taking off a seam each time.
That's awesome, Kim.
But we will make sure one more time.
I ran into one that I served with at the gym here in town a few years back. I even told Tiff about it. He'd randomly all of a sudden moved here, just out of the blue, him and his whole family.
37, 38 and a quarter? What? 38 and a quarter.
And I followed in my grandpa's
Make
footsteps,
sure
so I
one
have
more
them in my
time.
family too.
36. 7, 38. 38.
Bonnie says that's why I make Quilt of Valor quilts for veterans. That's awesome.
There is my
Tiff has one of those as a project to do for our veterans here in town, for the vet court. Oh, honey, talked about doing a Quilt of Valor for them.
38. So I need a white, and I'm cutting 38 inches.
Kim says, and even taught her how to shoot. That's cool.
What's 38 divided by 2?
$17, I think. 7 and 7. 4, No.
19.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put this on the fold and cut it 19 inches. How does that sound? Exactly on the fold. Cut it at 19.
Bonnie's husband's a Vietnam vet and he ran into a cousin over there. It's so rewarding. Hi, Dewana. Dewana says hi.
I'm going to go to 19 and 19.
She's at work. Well, here, for those of you that are just joining, I'll quick tilt the camera down. Let's see, that's what she's working on.
So this should be exactly the right size. And it is. Look at that. I'm so good at that. We're going to have to leave the calculator open for calculating.
Yeah.
I can't think of division off the top of my head. I can do addition, not division. All right, so now I'm building on the next side, and then we'll go to the next color. This is going to grow big pretty quick because it's, you know, using 5-inch strips.
Dewana loves the colors.
Me too.
Yes, Tiff is very good at picking out her colors.
Okay, so you can see that this huge log cabin is coming together. So now it's time to add another color. So we're going to go with the short one first. So I started with the short side, so I'm going to start with this side first, which should be that same number, which was 36, 37, 38, right? So 38 times 2. We're going to go with this next color. It's 19 inches. So we're going to cut off this selvage and then turn it around and line it up at the 19-inch mark.
Okay, we know what we're doing, right? 19? We're correct here?
Yep.
Okay. Because I wasn't even any help on that one. I screwed that one up.
Alright, so I'm going to line this up.
Hi, Diane. Diane's here.
19. I know this is the weirdest thing I'm doing here. I want my fold to start right here on that.
Kim showed these videos to a friend in Illinois and he loved it. Said those colors are stunning and that gal is amazing. She said, I agree.
On the 19, right? There.
Dawn has to wait to make this one. She's getting that quilts ready for a show in June.
Okay, so now I'm going to add this onto the shorter side.
When's our show here in town?
In November, I think.
Oh, we got a long way.
So I'm going to go on this side right here, which is the side with the shorter piece. So I'm sealing in those two seams first. Right sides together. I'm telling you, this thing's going to grow pretty quick, pretty fast.
Oh. What color? Hold on 2 seconds. Here, this color?
Yes.
Oh, okay. For a second I thought you had this color. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. I thought you had this one. I was going to say, hold on, you went off. I'm sorry.
Just lining it on here, not pinning or anything. Just sewing it on. And then my next piece will be a new number. So it was 38, 40, 41, 42, and something around the 42 range.
So you need half of that? Half of that's 21. doing? Laura says, amazing talent, just amazing.
Alright, so my next number is going to be all this. So now, I'm going to just measure from the ironing board because
Do you
that's
need me to
my
hand you a tape
biggest,
measure? Oh, your tape measure right
that's
there,
my
good.
biggest space. So we're going to go with 42 and a half. So my next piece is the same blue, but 42 and a half. So we're going to do 42 and a half divided by 2.
21 and a quarter.
42.5 divided by 2 equals 21 and a quarter.
Oh, yeah.
We're also going to just line this up on
See you later, Duana.
the
Duana has to go back to
full
work now.
21 and a quarter, takes it right to the end of that selvage gets cut off.
Thank you, Diane. Diane says thumbs up. Tiffany works hard.
21 and a quarter, making sure my fold is right on that line. 21 and 1/4.
Hi, Sandra. Sandra just popped in to say hi. Now she's got to go back to work. She says, love the colors.
That's that coverage. Let's make sure. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Look at that. So now I'm adding it to this side right here. And now the next add-ons are all going to be pieced together pieces until this whole thing is together. And then I might even run out of white in between now and then too, and I'm probably going to start building the rest without calculating. I'm just going to sew them on and cut them because it's going to get so big anyway.
Dawn says, perfect. Hi, Sandra. Perfect.
Alright, and then the next will be white again. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to cut
Kim
that
says, I love watching you work. I get so many ideas.
white. Alright, so now I'm on to white. So my next white piece is going to go in the section of the smallest white piece. So I'm going to seal off those 2 seams first. So now I'm just going to lay this out of the way. And I'm going to grab white. And I'm really sure, really sure. Ooh, if I cut off the selvage, it's going to be the perfect size, which was 40. 1 1/4, I mean 21 1/4, right?
Yes.
So all I have to do is get rid of the selvage. 21 1/4.
Okay. I still have another question.
What?
It might be dumb, but how comes we keep going white on one side? The other side we'd use 2 different blues now.
Oh, because it's a log cabin.
Oh, that's the way it goes?
Yes.
Oh.
Color one side, background the other. Well, technically it doesn't have to be that way, but that's the way I am.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so I'm going to put this over here from the ironing board. Just going to
Well, that's why
lay it
you're
on
going to run
there.
out of white, because you keep using all white on the one side.
Yep,
So
well,
you use way
sooner or
more
later
white.
it's going to get color instead of white.
Yeah, you use,
Oh well.
you're using
Design
more
choice.
white up is why. You have more color. Because you're using less of it. So I see what's happening. It makes sense, though. It makes sense, I get it.
I'm just having fun, that's all I'm doing. But the whole point of all of this is to have fun with it.
Yep.
Be creative. Let your creativity shine.
Dawn says, I love watching for life. But first and foremost is because your family is so down to earth, and Tiffany is down and out to the point.
Yeah. All right.
We're just regular people, Dawn, just like everyone else.
I'm gonna have
No point in beating
a
around the
new
bush.
size now, once this is added, and I turn it to add the color.
You sure you don't want me to iron?
I got it.
Okay.
Turn it on. It's quicker if I just do it, because I'm
You-
used to it.
I know. Sorry I'm not as speedy as you. Dawn says, as I am.
Okay.
Just regular people.
So now I have, so far, this big, huge log cabin. Now I
That is
need
beautiful.
to add color again. So now we're going to go back to the side that has the two seams. I know you can't tell from the camera, but here's my two seams right here. This is the next side I'm adding to. So that is the next number I'm looking for in length. So I'm just going to lay this over here nicely. And all my seams I'm pressing away from the center. So now we're going to get a big number where we're going to be putting those strips together. 47 inches. 47, let's make sure one more time, measure twice, cut once, right?
Yeah.
47 and a quarter. If I measure from there, 47 exactly from there. I'm pretty sure it's 47. 47 inches.
Do you want me to
Here
measure?
is my next color, and I'm going to hook two of these together, so I'm going to get rid of the selvage, and then we're going to...
Do you want me to measure to concur with you, or are you good?
I'm good. From now on, instead of measuring, I'm just going to sew them together, and
Brenda says, very beautiful, Tiffany.
sew them together, and then measure it on the piece over there and cut it to size. So let me sew these two together to make a really super long piece.
Willard says, it goes to color on the outside that will frame the center. It's going to be as spectacular as the front. To me, Tiffany is just as talented as Tula Pink.
Oh, that's a good compliment.
Well, thank you, Laura.
All right, so
Hello, Linda. Linda says hi.
I'm going to press the seam real quick, and then I'm going to lay my piece on here.
Yeah, around here we don't wear shoes most of the year, but especially in the summer, Diane.
Oh,
We're
let
not
me
shoe
cut
people.
The selvage off of here real quick. That way I have a straight start. Alright. I'm just going to lay my piece on here at 47 inches, and I don't care where the seams land, honestly, I just really don't care. It's nice and straight. I'm going to fold it on top of itself and cut it. There. Grab some scissors. There we go. I'm going to leave that piece over there because I'm going to have to attach another one to it. Alright, here we go. We're going to sew this this one on now. Wow, I can't speak. I just have it laid on here. I'm not stretching or pulling anything. I'm just laying them together. I use my finger as if it was a pin, just by holding down here. You guys have seen me do this a bazillion times.
Hi, Rowena.
Welcome everybody who's joining.
We just finished Supernatural the other night, Rowena. Every time I see your name, you make me think of it. Oh, here we go. Dawn wants to know, what kind of machine is your long arm?
My long arm is a King Quilter 2 Elite. It's an 18-inch machine on a 12-foot frame, but like if you purchase them, you can get them on a 10-foot frame. Alright, so now I need to sew another piece onto the side that I just cut, because this is not long enough. Nope, not at all. So we need to cut another one of that color. So notice I'm using more and more. The rest of the way around, I'm just going to like border it with the rest of the colors. But the center is just going to be a big jumbled mess.
Big jumbled mess. I think it looks amazing so far.
Alright, so let's grab this so it's one
Real quick,
side.
while you're doing that, they've seen you cut enough. I'm going to show them. See if we can't see more of the whole thing here.
We're going to turn it in a minute to find out the next number.
The tablet really likes this internet, so been using the tablet a lot, but I can't zoom it out anymore. It's as far zoomed out as it can go, so everything you guys see is super close.
Press this seam, and then I'm going to turn this whole entire thing now this way.
Am I going back over here then? Sorry. We're going back and forth, back and forth. We'll make our mind up here eventually.
Like this. And I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to lay it on here and get myself a nice correct measurement.
A nice correct one.
Now, first let me get rid of the selvage.
Jim says up close and personal.
Go. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to lay it up here. It's nice to have a nice flat surface. And I'm just going to lay it. I'm not stretching it, I'm just getting it on there really nicely. All the way to the end. I'm going to fold it on top of itself, like this, way over here.
They can see.
Oh, folding it on top of itself.
They can see.
Making a little crease. Making sure it's nice and straight.
Scotty's got you in video.
And then all I'm doing is snipping it. Just so you know, because now we're getting so big I don't feel like doing any math. We're just going to add and add to our extremely large log cabin.
Okay, Dawn says right now I'm using my Juki. Same one as you're using right now. She's saving up for a used machine. Well, the Juki was Tiff's original machine she had.
Yeah, I started with the
frame.
Juki on a frame. And I hated it. Absolutely hated it. That's my honest opinion. I really did not like it. There are some people that are doing good with theirs like that, but not me. I didn't like it whatsoever.
Well, you love it, though, where it's at
I love
now.
it like this. I love it for piecing. I do not love it for quilting. Well, sit-down quilting, yes, but not on a frame. I don't like moving the machine over the fabric. I like moving the fabric under the machine. On this one, at least.
Lena says, I heard earlier that you're going to have carpal tunnel surgery. I had carpal tunnel and tarsal tunnel surgery on a Friday and went back to work the following Monday.
Really?
Caused by typing for 21 years. Well, the doctor said some people go right back to work right away.
Yeah.
He says that he just tells people 2 weeks because that's the standard.
We'll see how it affects me.
Well, I'm going to make you take a while off, and you know that. We went over this the other day in the video. If it feels good, then you don't have to take 2 weeks, but I'm going to make you take some time. And Dawn says she just hates that she doesn't have any throat space.
Okay, now I'm going to turn it.
Yeah, that was one of Tiff's big ordeals,
Where all
too.
those seams get closed first, but first we're going to do the white. So far we've got this super duper huge log cabin.
Do you want me to turn the camera so they can see what you're talking
Now
about?
I'm just going to hook all these whites together and probably cut the rest of the white up because I have 2 more rounds to go, so I definitely need more white.
Suburban has tarsal tunnel now. Meds aren't working. And Jim said, squeak. Yep. Scott got squeak out because I thought I was going to be ironing.
But I'm quicker.
Tiff won't let me do it. Do you want me to change to yours?
No.
Big beast?
That's fine.
The monster.
Alright, I'm just going to chop all these salvages off now. I'm also going to move all these pieces out of my way and cut the rest of the white up because I know I'm going to use it, and then the rest of these colors will get used.
We got some long white pieces over there. Can those be used?
Yeah, I'm going to use all of it
Okay, that's what I thought.
because I need to be able to go around.
What is tarsal tunnel? Is that one of the ones he was talking
I
about
think
for
it's
you,
the
too?
opposite side of the hand.
Oh.
I'm not sure. Alright.
I can hand you stuff. I'm standing right here.
I'm just going to chop the rest of this up into 5-inch
It's okay, Kim. You gotta do your thing. You do your thing. Kim had a phone call.
Okay, I'm just gonna chop the rest of these up. And once I run out of white, that's when I'll start doing whatever with the rest of what I'm doing. So, the log,
tarsal tunnels at the elbow.
maybe that's what you have.
That's probably what I have, yeah. I have golfer's elbow for years now. It will not go away. Getting windy or something out again?
No, it's the trash guy. The
Oh.
recycle guy, man.
Oh, okay. Well, ours is out. Everything's in it. Suburban says it affects the feet, ankles, and legs. Oh, my.
Alright, I'm gonna straighten this one back out because it kinda got a little wonky. Just cutting 5-inch strips. This will be the last of it. Whatever I run out with the white, then I'm just gonna do whatever with the rest of the back. But it'll look cool either way.
Well, Suburban says it's only the feet, ankles, according to her podiatrist. So I don't know. We're not doctors here.
For what? The tarsal tunnel?
Yeah,
Maybe that's what my foot has after the plantar fasciitis.
I don't know. Hi, Carol. Carol says hi. Hi,
'Cause I
Debbie.
had-
Debbie says hi.
Hello guys. I had plantar fasciitis surgery like 4 years ago, and I still have severe foot pain. Just in the one foot. I always thought it was because the plantar fasciitis surgery didn't work, but I don't know.
Rowena said that's what they told her it was when she had it on her wrist and elbow. So I don't know. That's a doctor
Alright.
question.
Here's the last one from this, and then I'll just cut.
Hi, Donna. Donna says hi. I'm getting a lot of people, 60-some people on here.
Scrap thin. This last piece I'm cutting is just going to go in my string bin. String bin. Which is right here. My string bin of random size strips.
You are very organized, my love. I do give you that.
Alright, so I'm going to chop all the selvages off, hook every single one of these together, even all these small pieces, into one huge, super long strip that I can just keep measuring from. All they're off of that one now, so let's get these guys. So that way everything is ready to just sew all into one big long strip. And I'll cut as needed. That way I use every single piece of fabric. So I really don't need any of this stuff. Alright. So these can get sewn together. And now let's chop all these selvages off. So give me just 2 seconds while I do this. The next color after that anyway is the floral. After we add these. Just chopping the selvages off. It's going to be one fun quilt back for sure.
She'll be able to flip it over.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be two-sided. Hi, Katrina.
And the last couple of them.
T updated us last night on Sherry.
Yeah, I got an update in the mail, and an email too. Same thing that T read.
Oh, well,
But sent it to both.
I heard it from T.
Alright, so I'm going to sew all these together now into one big, huge, long strip. That we'll just use to cut from. So I'll move that bottom one out of the way. I'm
Okay.
also going to backstitch all of this.
Dawn has a great idea.
What?
Oh, have a great day, she says.
Oh.
Y'all have a great day. I have to work on my quilt now. I won't be able to measure with Tiffany. She's saying her measurements. It's okay, Dawn. Take care. Darlene says, seems we are all falling apart. We overwork our hands, etc. And to the doctors and surgeons we go. It's hard getting older. If I knew this, I would have worked 2 jobs. I would not have worked 2 jobs when younger.
Yeah. My problems I always attribute to MS, because with MS comes lots more problems because I have a lot of down, up time, so my body gets like super overly stressed, and then under stressed, and then over stressed, and then under stressed. Over time it just,
Yeah.
I think, and then I was a gymnast, so with my arthritis and all that stuff on top of everything, it just kind of made things
Well, she did.
advance faster ages.
Let's put it this way: she did 2 videos on Tuesdays, and then yesterday she was in bed most of the day.
Yeah.
Because
Oh.
2 videos was kind of overdoing it for
Sinus
her. I think.
headache hit again yesterday, and today my head being bent forward is not helping it at all. But I took sinus meds before coming on, so.
Well, hey, you get this back and done, you'll be almost complete. Next is getting it on the long arm, and before you know it, we'll have it mailed out to her.
I got lots of jobs to try to complete before I don't know how long I'll have on my break. At least 2 weeks.
Hi, Donna. Katrina says she had Cliff include you and so Becca and T and everybody in, so everybody should be
Up to date.
up to date. Hi, Linda. Sunny New York.
Out of bobbin. Hold on 2 seconds. Switch that out.
Diane says making a huge log cabin for the back is genius, Tiff.
Thank you. I knew I wanted to do something fun and use up all the scraps. And the last 2, and then those ones, I'm not going to sew those ones just yet. I'll get them in a little bit. In case I need them. Those will be just in case I need them. So here's my super duper long strip, and I'm just going to as needed.
Vicky says, Tiff, we can wait. We will just be tapping our fingers till you get back. LOL. Thank you, Jim.
So here's my super long white strip. I'm just going to throw it down. Oh, wait, I need this now, right?
Yeah,
I'm
you're on it now. You're on it now.
Okay.
So don't throw it down.
I'm going to lay it right here on the ironing board.
I'm going to turn the camera and we're going to watch you play with it.
Okay, so I'm going to lay it on here. I'm also going to
Chopping up some white.
press the seam now. We're going to lay it.
Oh, she's making the backing for the Not So Alone Star quilt.
Not so alone.
Yeah, the Not So Alone Lone Star. This is her
Alright.
backing. It's a
Folding it.
log cabin backing.
Cutting it to size and sewing. Make sure that blade is closed. And it's gonna go pretty quick after now. Next color after the white is the floral, and then I guess from then on I'll stop.
Well, Tiff, I must admit, if you couldn't do this hobby in speedy, super fast motion, I don't think you would have stuck with it.
No,
You know it.
I don't live in the slow lane. do everything in fast motion
Maybe that's why you never go to the gym with me.
because I can't work out faster.
Huh?
Because I can't work out faster.
Well, no. I'm of the mindset of the
Take your time.
slowing with the slow. Never mind. You don't know what I'm saying. You know, you see the people when they're doing it, you know?
Yeah.
And they're just bending and, you know, they're hurting themselves, you know? I believe in doing it correctly, you know, not necessarily slow, but...
Yeah. Alright, just holding this end nicely. Alright, I'm going to press it back, cut another white. My pants are falling off because I'm so skinny.
They didn't see that. That wasn't in the camera, don't worry. Well, thank you, Jim. Jim says, don't forget to watch Tiffany's older videos. It will help her while she recovers.
Yep.
And watching the ads. Yeah, we all hate commercials, but they have to be on
I
there.
just let them play when I'm watching people's replays because I know, being a YouTuber, how it works. Alright, so I got that one.
Katrina thought we were brother and sister. She just found out we were married.
Yeah. We are husband and wife.
Yep.
Okay, so now I'm going to
If she wasn't my wife, I wouldn't be spending all this time helping her out.
another piece. I'm going to line this up. Just going to lay it on here.
But that's okay, Katrina.
Come to the end. I'm not stretching or pulling anything. I'm just laying it on here nicely because it's growing so big so fast.
Suburban says another surgery. Yeah, Tiff has surgeries.
At least once a year.
Yeah, about once a year.
I still have to get my stomach taken care of, but my test wasn't approved, so not yet at least for my belly.
Well, just like you still have to see a urologist and a neurologist, and we haven't heard anything on either of them.
I have really sucky insurance, so unless we pay out of pocket, I don't really get everything that I need done.
Hi, Joanna. Joanna says you are so inspiring. Thanks for the lives. Hi, Kay.
Yes, I
Kay
just
says-
literally can do that.
Kay says that is a beautiful quilt. Hey, don't brag. I'm sure many of them can too.
Oh, I just meant the way I hold it and stuff, because I know they're going to say, oh my god, you're so good, what? Some people are gonna see me continuously sew like that.
You guys are making me laugh good today. Scarlett says, is there such a thing as good insurance?
Yeah, nope, not really.
Not at all.
Alright, now I'm on the flower. So, we're going to turn it to the side that has two seams enclosing, which would be this one here. This is the side I'm on now. This thing is growing so fastly. We're going to grab two flowers, I think is how many we're going to need to cross over that whole thing. Yep. So we're going to cut off the selvages, sew them together, sew them on, and then we're going to add two more for the other side because it's going to make it even bigger.
Oh my gosh. You guys are too much for me today. Hi, Zella. Zella says just like good internet. There's no such thing as good anything anymore, apparently.
Alright, and I'm going to cut the selvages off.
You guys are going to make me laugh so hard here I'll be crying. Or else peeing myself, one or the other.
No, peeing myself is me.
I know. I was trying to be
man.
funny.
I laugh so hard. That happens so frequently with me. That's why I don't laugh as much.
Oh, poor Jim's trying to get his cataracts taken care of and he can't find anyone that takes his insurance.
It's crazy. Everybody needs.
Well, the VA's no better.
Good care.
For any of those of you that are interested, I have VA and they are terrible too.
Alright, I just went ahead and did this now. I'm just going to make one long
Thank you, Diane. Oh, Scarlett says, except for good Tiffany.
I'm gonna make this one long piece because I know I'm gonna be cutting it twice anyway. Now that I'm on this color, and I'll probably do the same with the next.
Thank you, Kim. Hi, Janice. Janice says, I can always tell when Tiffany is ironing. Squeaky lets us know. He likes Tiff. Do you want me to plug the other iron in now? That one's getting so big. Probably still warm from earlier.
No, it's fine. Alright, so now I'm going to lay this next one on.
Okay.
And cut it to size.
Okay.
So I'm just going to lay it on the end. I'm also going to press the seam before anything because I want it flat. So I'm just going to push that seam down to one side.
Thank you, Katrina.
I'm going to lay it over onto itself, nice and straight, nice and flat. Just going to finger it out, make sure it's good, and everything's flat.
Oh, hey, when I was at the dollar store, please, making the pen. Unless I was looking in the wrong spot. But I looked.
Alright. Now cut on my fold and sew it on.
Sure you don't want me to plug the other one in? I can do it right now. Now that you're not
Yeah,
ironing.
switch then.
Okay. I knew you wanted it. You like the big beast. And now that you're getting into big jobs, big beasts make it easier. They'll even quicker. Monster out there.
Got stuck on my knee for a second there. The whole thing was like down under me funny.
Beast has water in. He's loaded and ready. He's all loaded. Ready for bar.
And when I sewed it on, it stretched it just a smidge. Trim that nice and straight. Press it back. And you can see that this thing is growing pretty darn quickly now.
Hey, poor man sewing is on. She says, howdy, everybody.
Hi, Sandy.
Hi, Sandy. How have you been?
While that iron is heating up, we're going to get that last color ready. So I'm going to need 4 strips from that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to cut all those salvages off now.
Goodness, Cliff's been paying $5 grand a month to the hospital to help for the bill. Says he's using Sherry's quilting money.
It's crazy.
Hi, Janice.
Alright, all the salvages cut at once. We make one long strip because this is going to be the next color, so might as well have it done after the white.
Sandy's been doing good. She's been busy. Hi, Kip. How you doing?
Alright, those are ready for afterwards.
I'm doing good, Sandy. Tiff's having surgery for carpal tunnel on the 17th. But we're just here hanging in there. Hi, Heather. Heather says, dang it, late again. Always catch you when you have been on for about half an hour.
It's fine. I didn't give notification today because I was in a hurry to start working. And
It's okay, Heather. Not a big problem.
alright, now I'm going to turn the whole entire thing. I'm going to pick it up and turn it. This is the largest log cabin you guys will ever see. Super huge log cabin. See that thing? It's getting there. Alright, so I'm still on the floral print, as you can see. So now I'm just going to grab my floral, add it in, line it up, smooth it out,
Yes, Katrina, I believe you there.
press this seam down real quick so I have a better flat block or strip. Laying it on here, I'm not stretching or pulling, I'm just laying it on here nicely. And fold it on top of itself when I get here to the end. Then I'll go over the whole thing one more time. There.
Oh, Sandy's going to be praying for you. Thank you, Sandy. She says my aunt went through it and had a rough time, but that was back in the old days.
Okay, so now I'm going to sew this one on, and then we'll go back to white again.
Diane says that's probably true, Tiff. I've never seen one this big.
I'm going to Google it later. The biggest log cabin quilt block.
Yeah, you're going to have to say quilt block, because it's the biggest log cabin. You're going to get some monsters.
Actual picture of a log cabin house.
Yeah, I'd like a log cabin house. That'd be awesome. Wonder how that would work out here in Havasu.
It wouldn't. Would be weird.
Oh, we have no clue what time surgery is. How they do it out here is the hospital calls you the night before and tells you what time you have to be there, so you can't plan anything for the day of. Because you might have to be there at 6 in the morning or 4 in the afternoon.
Most of the time, my appointments are usually, surgery is like 8 in the morning. It's what they've normally been every time I've had surgery.
Normally they're super early in the morning, but sometimes we've had afternoon ones.
Sometimes I've had to go there at 4 in the morning to be there for 7 a.m. surgery. Sometimes I've gone there at 7 in the morning and didn't have surgery till like 11:30, 12.
Yeah, they make you sit there all day and wait on them. Because apparently our time is worthless, even though they charge $1 gazillion a minute.
Alright, now on to white. Oh my goodness, this thing is so big, it's big, almost as big as my ironing board now.
Oh, Maxine's here. Looks like.
I'm just pressing it now. Remember, I'm using a small stitch length because this is going to go on the long arm, so I don't want it to be falling apart in any way whatsoever, being the backing on the long arm, because it'll get stretched and pulled more than any other thing loaded on the frame.
Hold on before you take it off. How big is the other end? Before you take it off.
What do you mean, how big the other end?
Yeah, how long do you have to go? Do you know? What your actual length that you have to go is?
Yeah, 89 by 95-ish,
okay, you're
or
56,
bigger.
so
Yeah.
you got a ways.
I kind of figured. Alright, so I'm going to turn it now to all the seams.
You're at 56.
Laying it nice and flat, and now it's time to add more white. I'm going to press it flat because I'm stepping on it and moving it so much that it's not as flat as we would like. Now we're moving on to white again.
Linda says, is she having both hands done? No, just her right hand. She had both of hers done about 15 years ago, and they healed quickly, and they're still good.
That's good.
That is awesome. Katrina says, Google shows the largest to be a child size, or lap.
Okay. Give me a second, because I'm trying to lay this on here and cut things to size.
I like how the kitchen smells like good food, and then here it smells like water.
Well, we're ironing. I don't know what to say.
Alright, I'm laying it on here really nicely. Just gonna fold it on top of itself, nice and straight, and cut. And sew it on. At this point, if you're afraid of making something this big, you can pin everything, you know.
See you later, Kathy. Kathy says, I love your quilt. Katrina says you need to call Guinness World Records book. Diane says too bad doctors won't let you pay with quilts.
Right? That'd be awesome.
We spend more time on doing the quilting than they spend on the surgery. Their time is worth so much money, I think ours should be.
Ends up folded as if it was a press it back.
Do you want me to turn this every time you go over there? No.
You don't have to.
What's up to you? I don't mind. Heather says we need to bring back the barter system.
Alright, so next, so I did 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now we're on the last color. So that is going on this side. Right here first.
Oh, Jim says Sarah says hi.
Hello.
Hello, Sarah.
Alright, so now I'm on the last color of my color order that I made. Just going to do the same thing I've been doing, laying it on here. Nicely, I'm going to press the seam first.
Nita says she had to remind a doctor or two that they are working for me. My money spends just as well with... I don't know, she didn't finish it. Oh, just as well with other doctors.
Alright, so I'm going to make sure again, I'm not stretching, pulling, or tugging on anything. I'm just laying it nice and flat on here, cutting it at the end on my fold. Which I'm explaining, you can't see.
Do you want me to turn the camera? Yes?
They saw it. No, it's fine.
Okay.
They know what I'm doing.
Well, I've been turning it this whole time, but I just figured maybe it might be getting annoying for them watching the video. Constant turning the camera. Maybe we just leave it over there at the sewing machine. I don't know. It's growing quick, though. You're already at 56 inches. Are you going to take it to? Did you say 80? 76 by what? Were you saying the length of the other one?
No.
Oh, do we have it written down anywhere? I can open the whole thing up out there and measure it. In the living room.
What?
I can open the whole thing up out there in the living room and measure it.
No, it's 89-ish by 95-ish.
Oh, okay. Well, you want that a little bit longer, right? So you want to make it like 100?
Yeah, I need it longer and wider. This to be longer and wider.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, kitty.
Katrina says Sherry's doctor found out that she quilted and told his wife. So when she could no longer quilt, she inherited everything. And that time Sherry's house wasn't large enough. Heather says, oh, been there, not fun. Oh, they're talking to Linda, I think. Katrina says, so Sherry was unable to take her sewing machines. Tiff would die if that happened.
Alright, now I'm longer than my ironing board.
That's getting pretty big. That's a big ironing board.
Yep. So now I'm going to be very careful
I'll
laying
turn it
this
over
next one on here
We'll
because
show it now.
I'm going to let it hang over just a smidge because it is bigger than my ironing board now. Slowly come over sure. One more time. Okay.
Well, anyway, Jim asked Sarah how her quilt is going. Is she done?
Alright. Now sew this on, and then this will be the most of the log cabin, I think, part, and the rest I'm just gonna build from.
Diane says, wow. Wow. Sherry put all the leftovers from the house into the garage, and I had to park in the driveway. Heather says, you're giving me ideas, Steph. I had a friend who asked me to make baby quilt for a co-worker of hers.
Yep, I figured making a backing like this would give you guys ideas for a front of a quilt.
See?
Okay, so this is, I think, I don't know if I want to keep going, but I can. I still need to get bigger anyway.
Yeah, you do.
I don't have much white left, so I don't know how many times I can keep going.
We'll use a different color then. That side is so far all white.
It's supposed to be, that's.
I know, I get
Log
that, but I'm
cabin.
just saying, it's one side's all white, one side's all these cool blues. Throw something in there to make it pop.
All right. I'm gonna hold this up so that you guys can see. Can you,
Yeah, I'll move it again.
watch out, kitty.
They saw it all on the ironing board already. I don't know. 'Cause
So here is my most giant log cabin.
it's so zoomed in, they can't see any more than what they were seeing on the ironing board when you weren't standing in the way.
And now I'm gonna keep building onto it. Let's see how much more I can put.
Janice says, go big or stay home. She says, wow, this is awesome.
Alright, we're on this side. That's the short side. It's way bigger. Okay, so we're gonna go with white again. Probably can
Diane
do it.
says, wow, it's huge.
I could probably do it a few more times around, I guess.
All you guys talking about garages. Garages are a big thing out here because the heat absolutely ruins vehicles. Although we have vehicles that don't always park in the garage, but
Alright, so I'm gonna flatten this out on here. I'm just gonna keep going until I run out. Yes. Just keep going until I run out.
how much more white do you have left? Looks like you have a lot.
I don't know, probably enough for 2 more rounds.
Here, you want to see how long you are?
Not yet.
Oh, you're not curious? Oh, I was. 'Cause the 56 was like 2 strips ago. You're a lot bigger now.
Holding it right here. Hold my scissors.
Jim says, awesome, that's a back. Yep, this is the back for the Not Alone Lone Star.
Not so long.
Not So Alone Lone Star. Sorry.
Alright.
The back of Nancy's quilt. We're slowing down Joe.
Okay. So I'm gonna go back to this color next. Did I lose it?
I'm just turning it so they can see you.
That color's the next color.
Actually, I went too far to the window. There, we don't need the window. It's a glare. Kay says it's going to look awesome. Darlene says beautiful. Can be reversible, but other side is, as they say, the bomb. Katrina says, thank you, I'm wanting to try this quilt more as we watch.
For beginners, this is probably the easiest project right here.
Sandy says it looks good.
Definitely the easiest for beginners. So 5-inch strips, you know? So you're not even worried about cutting little tiny strips and trying to get it all right. You're just cutting big, huge, large chunks.
What about the star in the middle though? Is that, I don't know if that's for beginners.
You know, you could start out with a plain block. Or any block. You can do this with any block. Put any block in the middle and just build around it. Over and over. Alright, so now add another white, and then we'll start with the next color, because it's not as big as I need it yet, so. I said I'd use up all my scraps, and that's what I'm doing. Technically the rest of the yardage, but same difference.
I'm not, Linda. Don't worry. I'm not
Not what?
gonna make a quilt. And it says, when are you gonna make a quilt?
Alright, the white goes on this side now. We're going to try to attempt to get this accurate as best as possible, hanging off of the ironing board. Alright, where is an end? There is an end.
Katrina says, fortunately, Cliff knows how to quilt also. He wants the star on top. So look at that. There's got a whole household of quilters there. That's pretty nifty.
We're going to throw some pins in this because it's
Oh, I
getting
better
so
turn it
big.
then. They're gonna see Tiff pinning again.
Well, it's getting so big, I need to just pin this down and then slide it over and make my cut because it's getting too big. That. That way it stays where I want it. I'm literally throwing pins in it now.
I think we all hate the autocorrect, Katrina, don't worry.
Alright, so I'm going to fold it on top of itself. Nice and straight. Find my scissors. Oops. There we go.
What kind of motorcycles do you have, Heather? Heather has 2 motorcycles in her garage. We were just talking about motorcycles the other day while you were long arming the Winnie the Pooh and Eeyore.
Alright. Grab one more pin. Put it in there. Okay, so this time it's pinned. And I'm also, before I sew it,
Hi,
gonna
Carissa.
cut.
Katrina asked, can you make it a lap size one? I imagine you can make this any size you wanted, couldn't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can make it lap size.
At first it's gonna be just one big huge square. I'm gonna
Yeah,
cut-
so if you wanted it smaller, I guess you'd make your big huge square smaller.
I'm cutting all these first. All the selvages off and I'll sew these before I sew that on.
So I'm going back over here, in other words? That's what you're getting
This
at?
is my next color.
Heather asks, what size strips are you using?
5-inch. Quite big.
Quite big, because the back has to be quite big.
Okay, so I'm gonna sew these together before I sew that white on because this will be the next color anyway.
She doesn't want to measure. I'm curious. I'm going to measure. I want to know how big we are. Ooh, doggy, you're getting there. 69 and a quarter, right at 70. Hello?
Okay.
Did you hear me, my love?
Yes.
Almost at 70, you're getting close. Oh, Kay says her husband has a 1978 750 Super Sport Honda.
That's cool.
Yeah, you guys must have missed the motorcycle conversation we had when I was quilting the other quilt the other day. Was that Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. We were talking about Tiff's and my motorcycles that we had at one time.
I'm going to carefully now bring this over here. Now, it has pins in it holding it, so it should stay nicely.
Oh, Katrina wanted you to make one for her in a lap size, is what she was asking.
Oh, one of these, like huge, humongous log cabin around a star.
Yeah.
I'm backed. I'm behind when it comes to client jobs, so I'm booked out for at least the rest of this year and probably the first part of next year for start to finish quilts. I try to throw in my projects here and there, and like I told you, 2021 has been a weird year for me. The jobs are just flowing in. Not a lot of them. Obviously, I give 6 months allowance on doing a job. Next after this is a Dresden.
With a small wall hanging to go with it. They want a small quilt design thing in a picture frame to go in their house that they're ordering along with their quilt.
Alright, press this back, add the next. This is like the coolest ever.
It is, I agree. I really love your choice of blues. I'm glad you went with them. All the time we spent in the store, you did well. I must admit.
Alright. Now to rotate. And add the next color. Again, I'm going to be pinning because it's getting so big. It's also wrinkling
Is the
as I
chat
go.
frozen? I don't know. Maybe it is.
Alright.
Don't know what to do about that. The video's still going.
All nice and flat. Grab my pins back again. And go over here. And start pinning this on there.
Suburban can talk. She says nope. So maybe you're just having some internet issues. Oh, okay.
You can always go out and come back into the chat for anybody that
Yeah.
has a problem with it. Just leave it and come back and then press live chat instead of top chat.
Yeah, that's what Heather says. It's on individual feeds. Heather, I'm still waiting. What kind of motorcycles do you have in your garage? You brought it up. You got to tell us. Tiff and I are motorcycle people too.
I don't know the names of like Harley type motorcycles though because I rode a street bike, but
Well, we'll see what she has. We're interested. You can still teach. They're still learning.
slide it over, making sure that nothing got moved because I'm pinning it as I go. So everything stays nice.
Do me a turn it again?
No, you don't have to. I'm gonna come sit down and sew in just 2 seconds. I'm just making sure I got this to the right size.
I think the backing was more Tiff's idea than the customer's.
Yeah, this is my idea. I just told her I was gonna use up all the last
Yeah.
of the fabric so that I don't have to go buy another chunk of fabric anywhere.
Yeah, she just did that on her own.
And you guys already know this. Most of my clients that come to me for start to finish quilts, they typically get two-sided quilts anyway. Unless it's children's quilts, usually those end up with flannel or fleece on the back.
What batting is the best for warmer climates like Texas?
What?
What batting is the best for warmer climates like Texas?
Cotton. Or 80-20 cotton poly. Polyester's warm. But then some say polyester is cooler. I have polyester in my quilts and they're just the same to me, honestly. I've never really noticed the difference between the polyester and besides the law. But from what, the internet says, polyester is warmer. So cotton would be better for warmer climates.
What's in my quilt?
Your quilt has 80-20 in it.
Well, that is insanely hot. So I need to sleep under a full polyester one now.
And see what the well,
Yeah.
Sasha's has polyester in it, but it has flannel on the back.
I only put that on my feet.
Oh.
That's just my feet covering.
Grab it. Choose one from the room and sleep under it. Do you
Well,
get hot under the one that's on the bed in our room right now when you get under the covers?
I don't know either from movies and stuff. I don't know.
Doesn't
Depends.
say, because that's all cotton. That's 100% cotton on that one.
Depends. I don't know. Well, mine I slept under all winter, and half the time I'd wake up soaking wet, sweated.
All right,
I'd
same
have to
thing.
take it off.
Repeating the same process over and over. You guys know what I'm doing.
Well, Kim, you better send some my way. I'm hungry.
What?
Kim's talking all about food, getting me going. Always making me hungry.
Pens. Buried.
Yeah, don't poke yourself.
Buried them. What are you staring at, Mr. Cropper?
Take a sneak peek. He's watching Mommy intently.
No, he's just watching the quilt.
Like he wants to attack her feet or something. Okay, Nita says wool batting works well for hot or cool climates because it breathes
So does bamboo, I heard. Bamboo is...
and
really
wicks
good.
moisture away from the person.
Bamboo is the only batting I've never used yet. I've used wool and cotton and 80-20s and all sorts of different kinds, but I've never used bamboo. So I'm not sure about that one.
Oh no, Heather, don't tell us that. We don't throw food away around here. That's like sacrilegious. I eat everything known to man.
Yep.
Heather had to throw her lunch away. She said it just didn't work for her. Didn't taste good.
Scott will eat anything.
Yep. Ask all of our
It's
neighbors.
actually kind of gross.
Ask all of our neighbors.
But he has an iron gut, is what we call it. Although there have been instances where he didn't eat something.
But, yeah, the gut's starting to rust in its old age. It's not as iron as it used to be when I was younger. But Diane lives in Texas. She said she found 80-20 works well.
What
In the
does?
summer, you may opt for no batting. She said the 80-20 cotton works well. She says in the summer, you may opt for no batting. That would work good around here, huh? No batting. Then it wouldn't be fluffy, though.
No.
It'd just be like a sheet. Yeah, it would. It'd just be a sheet, huh?
Pretty much. There's no point in quilting it either if you just make a duvet cover
Yeah.
and put whatever you want in it.
Oh, Karen Brown has a video on her channel.
Who?
Just get it done. Of an interview with a Hobbs batting employee.
Ah.
Nita says. Nita's a corner. Just get it done.
Yep, I watched Karen. I don't catch her Facebook lives or anything like that, but I do watch her videos.
She talks to a batting employee, so maybe they know.
Alright, and we're going to go back to white again until the white is gone, so I'm almost to the size I think I need.
Nita says her husband's family live in Waco, Texas, and they have all wool batted quilts. Interesting. Where do you get this bamboo batting that you're talking about? Did you sell it online?
Yeah, Joann's, you can get it, you can get it at Hobby Lobby, you can get it anywhere.
Is it more expensive?
I think so. I
Oh.
don't ever buy it, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, well, that's probably why. Probably more expensive then.
Alright.
I didn't even know you make batting out of bamboo. You make sugar or something like that out of it.
Oh man, I
That's
just
something I
realized
sugar
I
cane.
messed one row up.
What? What's wrong?
I messed one up.
Where?
See how it's supposed to taper? Stepping?
Mhm.
Well, two of them are together. Two of them are together. It didn't taper, I went the wrong way.
Here, show them what you're talking about.
Okay, so you guys see the stair stepping effect that's happening? I put this one on, and this one was supposed to start up here first, instead of where it started.
Yeah, I
So it
see what
has
you're saying.
A double, and then that side's double ended up. Hold on, let me bring it up over here so you can see. That side's double ended up the second row because of that mess up. But that's okay, because I'm just building the back of a quilt anyway, and I really
This side you went above and beyond. She will love it.
messed up, but
She will
it's
love it.
supposed to stair step, and I went one row the opposite. I turned myself, but that's okay.
She will love it.
I think what I'm going to do now is just find out how big it is, and I'll build the other blue. Let's do the white and the other blue, or I think I could just
Wait,
see
measuring?
how big it is first.
Hold on, let me get Tiffany. Where you get Tiffany? Trying to help you.
37 and 37?
40, 54, I mean, sorry, 60, 74.
Should be the same this way.
37. So 74 and 74.
Alright, and I need to go to 89 by 98 plus a little. So let's just keep going around it, I guess. So now I'm on white again. Until I run out.
Oh, Nita says, I don't think there's a choice when her quilts were made. Talking about the wool ones in Texas.
Alright.
Hi, Tony. Tony's in Florida, and they use Dream Cotton Request Loft.
Alright, let's do this white again, and then the next color.
Diane says polyester is hot, so I don't use that. Rowena's going after work to drop off her quilt for the long armor. It's just too big for her home machine.
Pulling away from me. She's trying to run away.
Jim has only ever used cotton or cotton blend. See you later, Sandy. Sandy's gotta go.
See ya. Thanks for hanging out.
Doris, hi. How you doing? Doris says people say that polyester batting is hot, but I have never found that to be the case for me. I use
haven't either.
polyester batting in all my quilts and love the feel of them. Yeah, same here with Tiff. Since Tiff has gotten the polyester, she's not gone back.
Yeah.
We love it.
On my quilts, personally, I've never noticed that too hot or too cold, you know?
Kathleen says, think about doing 2 rows of the blue at the same level. Then the first one looks intentional.
Yeah, well, the next one is the blue, so I can, I guess, purposely mess that up too.
Then it will look intentional. You see, Kathleen's got it. Doris only started using cotton in the past 3-4 years, and she's planning to go back to polyester after she uses it all up.
I like that for quilting. This does not even have to do anything with warm or cooler quilts. For the quilting, like when you want something fancy or something to show or pop, I actually prefer 100% polyester, like 6-ounce, 8-ounce loft, because when you start quilting that, it literally like pushes down the areas that need to be pushed down and then raises those other areas to like give that, you're trying to give an illusion to a quilt and make it shine, right? So especially for show quilts, you want that to pop out at you, and specific quilting designs on polyester just jumps forward. And I know there's lots of long arm quilters that do show quilts. They use 2 layers of cotton, or a layer of cotton, a layer of poly, or a layer of cotton, a layer of bamboo, or you know, they use different layers. But when you use just 1 layer of 6-ounce, you don't have to worry about adding 2 different battings to one quilt. You know, it could be less heavy when you just use the polyester, a thicker ounce, and quilt it up. And I think it looks amazing. So for me personally, I like the higher loft when it comes to the quilting of it. I think it looks amazing. pants are falling off.
They're not seeing. I didn't turn the camera.
Okay.
But if you're mentioning it, now everyone knows.
I cannot control it.
I'm gonna come back here right now and do that.
No.
Oh, I will though. Nita says there's nothing like a nice high loft polyester to give your quilt a fluffy, cuddly appearance.
Yes.
I agree.
And then when it wrinkles after you wash it, it's even better. It like looks so awesome. Alright. Now this side.
Katrina said before Sherry got sick, the show outdaughtered, asked her to make 5 twin quilts and 1 full. My goodness, that's pretty cool. Never heard of the show, but that's still pretty cool.
Me neither. Never heard of it. Alright.
Well, see you later, Kim. Kim's got to get started on housework.
Okay.
You have fun with that, Kim.
This is my last time with white.
Housework is no fun. We all know that.
No.
Tony asks, does the higher loft get more tucks as you quilt?
No. Depends on how you're quilting it, what you're quilting it with, you know, if you're on a long arm or sit down, you know. I've never had a problem.
Suburban says, and it never ends. Yes. The housework never ending.
When you have kids, it's worse. Worse than when you live alone. We don't do much housework though. There's not much to do around here. Besides dust.
What do you mean? When's the last time this house was dusted?
That's what I'm saying. There's not much to do. It just needs dusted every once in a while. Toilets get cleaned, obviously, and the floor gets swept, but
Nita says, not if you based properly. Talking about the tucking.
oh yeah. I've never. That's why I've never had a problem.
She says it does shrink the top a little more.
Yeah, all fabric shrinks. If you use pre-washed fabrics with polyester batting, then you won't have any shrinkage problems.
Zella says, when I could hand quilt, I always used low loft polyester.
Alright.
Sherman says, I have plenty, I'll share. Talking about the housework.
Alright, that's the last time with this, and then my next color is
Oh,
that.
she says, I
blue
mean when you
scratch
stitch,
one.
not wash. That was Nita, talking about the top shrinking.
Here we go. Sewing this one on, and then I'm just gonna go to the blue, and then the rest I'm just gonna go around and around and around with the, until it is the size I need it to be.
Jim, my thought is to use cotton fabric and cotton thread. I want cotton daddy. No plastic for me. To each his own, Jim. You're making it. You make it how you want, bud.
That's what I tell everyone. I wouldn't care what anyone says. For newbies that are just getting into quilting, you know, some people say, oh, only use 100% cotton everything, 100% cotton thread, 100% cotton fabric, 100% cotton batting, 100% cotton backing. No, it's your quilt for you. You make it with what you want. But suggestively, I would say don't use polyester when building your quilt top, because you're going to have rips and tears and in your seams, mixing it with cotton. Use 100% cotton for that. You can piece with polyester thread. There's so many different threads. I quilt with polyester thread, and I've free motion quilted with polyester thread, and I sew with quilting cotton, which makes a horrible disaster in breathing it in and all that, but I don't think there's any difference in that. It's just when you're piecing with the polyester and mixing it with cotton, I have noticed when I first started, I've had seams fall apart, you know, so Maybe if you piece a quilt top with polyester fabric with polyester thread, maybe you'll have a better
Yeah.
stable quilt because those fabrics are staying together. You know what I'm saying? But you can do whatever you want with your quilt. You can put stretch knits in it for all I care. You know? Or like what I did when I first started. I used sheets. I cut sheets up and sewed them with whatever thread I had on my spools, because I had old thread spools and they're still together to this day. Nothing has fallen apart.
Well, Doris says I have never had a problem with quilting on polyester padding. Diane says, remember pantyhose? Those are hot, especially in the summer. If I have a poly-filled comforter, I always end up kicking it off. It doesn't happen with the 80-20. Yeah.
You use whatever you like, what you prefer. You know, it's all on you. You're your quilt maker. You know, and in my case, I get clients, and some of them only want something specific. So obviously, I follow my clients, or their order. If they want all cotton everything, cotton this, cotton that, and then when I get to the long arm, if they want all cotton on that, I'll struggle with it, but that's because cotton makes such a mess in my long arm. Lots of extra work.
Yeah, your machine doesn't like the cotton thread.
Yeah. But I will use
Your
it.
machine is picky.
It's not that it doesn't like it, it's just messy, and I have to clean it out every 2 seconds. The tension takes forever to get correct.
Suburban says, oh, Tiffany, I wish you could have sat through my beginner quilt class with me. My instructor was so picky. Everything that was not perfect, she made us rip and redo.
Oh, man, no, I wouldn't. That's not the kind of person I am. I don't teach that way. I want it to be just like it was in the old days. You use what you got with whatever money you got. 90% of America is on some sort of fixed income. I mean, seriously? We need to work with what we got and what we can afford. So if one person can only afford polyester batting and the other person can afford cotton batting, that's those two people's choices, you know? We shouldn't judge them.
Nita says, there are no quilt police. Your quilt, your choice.
Alright, so now I need to cut, oops, let's just leave that right there for a second. The next color was this one, and we're just going to do this around it, and then the rest I'm just going to sew.
Heather got her new rulers. She says, happy early birthday to me. And they even threw in a free pattern. That's
for
cool.
the Missouri Star rulers? Those are what she ordered, right?
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe she'll answer you. I don't know.
Alright, so I'm just going to chop the selvages off. I think 4 strips should suffice to go around it. If not, I'll...
Doris says most of my first quilts were made mixing cotton and poly blends. Some of those
So
quilts
am
are
I.
over 30 years old, and the poly cotton blends have actually held up better than the cotton.
The only thing I've noticed is putting poly next to cotton, and they rip seams on all mine, unfortunately. But I've sewn them back together, and they're just
Jesus.
floor quilts, and they get lots of use.
Kay says, totally agree.
Oh, man, we'll not do that one because I don't
Jim
really need
says
that
he
many.
used all cotton batting until it was hard to get, then he went to 80-20. She ordered Creative Grids rulers since she found them on sale.
Ah. And they sent a free pattern? That's awesome.
Superman says it was awful. She ended up in another shop in a different class. She said, I love those ladies. They lived in reality.
I tend to use the polyester, like I have 40-60 polyester on the shelf, and I tend to use that for like practice blocks and stuff sometimes, like if I need to practice something for a video or for whatever I'm designing or whatever, I use that stuff up. So by the time, 10 years from now rolls in, I'll probably have enough practice blocks of mixed polyester cotton stuff to where I can make an actual mixed quilt again.
That would be cool, yeah. Nita says, so true, Tiff. She's made a lot of quilts with donated fabric and Walmart purchases, and no one ever gave me one back or complained about what they received.
Nope, me neither. And I usually ask my clients too, do you want to go the cheaper route for me to build your quilt, or do you want to go the expensive route? And you know what they all tell me? The cheaper route. They know the cheaper route is Walmart fabrics and Joann's fabrics and yard sale fabrics.
Yep.
Whatever I could find, where I could find it. Alright, so if I wanted to make it look different, it would be doubling on this side first, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be Joann's was so expensive, but nowadays Walmart's getting to be so expensive. It's getting crazy out there with prices
Guess it
of
doesn't
fabric.
matter how that happened. It's gonna go on here. Alright, so I'm gonna put one more round of this dark one, and I'm just gonna take all the colors and build up or down or side to side, because I don't know which way I'm going now.
Up, down, back and forth.
Yep. Because I'm getting kind of big. Getting kind of big now. Okay, so these are all sewn. This is the next color in the lineup. Pin this on here.
Want me to measure it again quick? See where you're at?
No, I'm good.
Why do you so
You can just sit there and
I am, but I feel useless just sitting there reading.
almost done.
I know, you're getting there. You're doing well.
And I already cut the binding out, so the binding is already ready for that Lone Star.
And you've completed your over 2 hours on your videos that are supposed to all be less than 2 hours.
Oh, I'm at 2 hours already.
You're
today?
over, yes.
Oh,
You're past.
wow, it feels like it hasn't been that long. But time does zoom by in here. When you're
Zella says,
having fun.
when I was teaching quilting, I always told my gals to use good thread. I had one gal use cheap thread, and when she pressed her block, it melted.
I've never had that problem. No melting thread. Actually, no, I can't say never, because I did try that clear thread.
Yeah,
one
you
time.
said before the clear thread melted.
And it
on
melted, but that wasn't because I was doing it. I was using it for quilting, and I was ironing after I was doing the quilt as you go, and it melted.
you. Suburban says eventually, if not immediately, collecting fabric and quilting can become 2 different hobbies.
Yep.
Darlene tells her that's so true. Doris says, have you been to Joann's lately? Fabric is $13 and $15 a yard.
Oh, I know.
Joann's,
We already know that's where
oh,
this
yeah.
came from, and that's how much these were a yard.
Yep.
But it beats trying to. We tried at Walmart to match up some colors for my client that's getting this quilt, so
Yep.
it was not a very fun thing, because Walmart only has the pre-cuts, and they're like barely any fabric choices. So we had to go to Joann's.
Yep.
And my
Walmart.
local quilt shop was closing, so there was no options there. And my other local quilt shop is, $12.99 to $21.99 a yard, so I obviously didn't shop there because Joann's technically is cheaper.
Yeah. If Walmart, if you can't find it in their store and you try and order it online, their specialty fabrics are all $18 to $20 a yard.
Because those actually, Walmart online does sell Robert Kaufman and Andover and
Yeah, they
all those
outsource it
brands.
now.
It's outsourced.
Walmart doesn't do their own thing anymore. They all outsource, so.
So technically, all fabric is expensive.
Oh, Nita says the price of fabric is only going to continue to go up because the cotton crops went bad due to the worm that's been crashing economies, the bug.
Yeah.
The bug, she's trying to say, she put a little picture. It's supposed to be the bug.
Alrighty.
Doris says, glad I have a decent stash. Suburban
have a
says,
good
I'll stop
stash,
before I
but-
pay $21 per yard.
I have a good stash, but technically, like I've told you guys before, they don't all go together. They're mainly to pull for borders or background prints or things like that.
But Doris says Walmart doesn't have any solids to speak of and the supply of prints is limited. Yeah, our Walmart has went way down in fabrics.
Oh,
They
yeah.
used to have 2 aisles or more. Now they have next to nothing.
Kind of sucks.
Oh, Heather says there's a place called Quilt in a Day Warehouse. She found them on Facebook. They have daily sales.
Good.
Oh, it's a bow weevil? That's what Suburban's asking. I'm talking about this bug or worm thing. I don't know what it is. It's a little green bugger. Jumper, you have thread all over your back. Do you know that? You are covered with thread.
Alright, so after I press this, I just have one more side to add to this, and then the rest of the stuff I'm just gonna sew on here. Tell us the size I need it to be. It needs to be at least 4 inches bigger all the way around, because I don't want to have to play the centering game, so I'm just going to make sure it's centered by having more than 4 inches.
You need something to drink or anything?
No, not right
Okay.
now. I'm going to, once I'm almost done with this, I'm going to get off of here anyway.
Well, I
So
know
we can
that,
eat.
but just meant for now.
I'm hungry, actually. But I want to
Food is good.
I want to at least get this done. Alright, so next.
Doris says, have you ever tried looking at fabric at Quilted Twins in Tate City, Florida? They have older quilting cottons for $6, good name brands per fabric, and 108 backings for $10.
No, I never heard of it.
Do they have an online site? Because we're not going to Florida.
Yeah. I buy online too, guys. Just know that. I buy like at Marshall Dry Goods and stuff. But when I'm making something start to finish for a client or something, I actually like to go in person and find the colors and put them together. You know, that way I can see right there in front of me what it looks like when they're put together. Because on a computer screen, you really don't get the full picture. You don't really get that full, what is it gonna look like picture with those colors together. So
Hi,
I
Bonnie.
prefer to shop in store when it comes to doing stuff like this. That way I can match color A with color C, but color D has to go great with it too. You know what I mean? It has to look right.
Well, yeah, you can't shop online if you're
Online, I
trying to
can't
match
do
colors.
that.
Because you can't tell till you see it in person.
Because I have ordered stuff online and it did not go together at all. Unless I'm ordering something that's all the same fabric line, which is what my next quilt is. It's all fabric line. It's the same fabric line. That's the only thing that you would get everything 100% matchy-matchy is fabric lines that are already picked out for you. Alright, last one, and then the rest I'm just gonna make a jumbled mess, either top or bottom. We'll see how big this is.
Darlene says their Walmart has no fabrics anymore. Suburban says because of the boll weevil thing, you have to have a license in Georgia to grow even one cotton plant.
We have cotton fields here in Arizona.
Yeah, in Mojave County they have them. Not here in town, but in Bullhead.
In Mojave Valley.
In Mojave Valley, yeah, sorry.
Although, come to think about it, I didn't see cotton last 2 times we drove out there.
Yeah, they
I
haven't
saw
had any.
we
You're
saw
right.
the sheep, but we didn't see the cotton.
Sheep and no cotton.
'Cause
Suburban.
we have sheep farms here too, not here in Havasu, but close by, that for wool.
Yeah. Suburban says if you went to Florida, you could stop and have lunch with her and go to the largest quilt shop in the state. It's only 20 minutes from her house.
Ooh, wow. If I ever, there's another one, if I ever get to Arkansas to go visit my dad, I'm going to go to Marshall Dry Goods.
It says, look, Mommy, I'm helping with all this fabric.
And if I ever get to Missouri, I'm going to go to Missouri Star Quilt Company and go to all 10 of their shops or however many they have now. But they are not open, so...
Yeah, now he's going to get the cardboard. Oh, Linda asks, what is your next quilt?
Dresden. I'm doing a Dresden twin size.
There he goes. There he goes. He's batting at
Alright.
it. We'll go back to Tiff now. Yes, he's helping with fabric. He says, Mama, I'm helping.
Alright. I need to press this, see where we are, and then go from there. Up, down, side, side, I don't know which way.
Yep, I go to the post office every single week, and yes, their prices are going up. They're stopping a lot of their ground shipping even. Like here, they stopped ground shipping from Arizona to California. They don't do it anymore. You can only ship first class. Yes, their prices are going way up because somebody high up changed all that. I have a feeling that's politicians, but we don't get into those conversations on here.
I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but we don't talk religion or politics on my channel. We keep it out of that kind of stuff.
Well,
Quilting and family,
YouTube
medical,
won't let us talk
fun.
politics.
Yeah.
They will ban us, so.
I try to keep it whatever. So if you guys ever talk about politics in the chat, that's why you never get a response, because we don't talk about it.
Hi, Deborah. Katrina wants to know what size Dresden.
They're going to be the big part, the quilt itself. I'm using the layer cake Dresden plate ruler for the actual quilt itself, but for the matchy wall hanging that's going with it, I'm going to be using the Easy Quilting one. I'm going smaller. I know I could use, just the one, but I'm doing something specific, so I want to use both.
Deborah's so excited to watch and learn about the Dresden. She has
Alright.
not done one yet.
CJ, can I borrow you for 2 seconds?
Am I turning it this way then?
No, I'm gonna
Are we gonna
have
hold
you
it up?
and CJ hold it for a second so I can show them this part without me building on the jumbo crap around it.
Well, here, do you want to quick measure it with tape measure then?
In 2 seconds.
Once you get it out, I'll hold the one in.
This is so far the largest log cabin you guys will ever see.
I mean, and the tape measure. I'll
Just
put
go
them
that way, Scott. Towards you, please. Please. Towards you. Right there. Thank you. You guys want to see the largest log cabin ever made?
Oh, one lady looked it up. She
Largest log
down
cabin
the
ever.
Yeah. According to what she looked up, it was lap size. Largest one.
So it's supposed to be king?
So now I just
No.
need to build
Queen.
however much until I have it. Whatever. So
Done.
technically, right, where's my fingers? This area should have stair-stepped here, and this one should have stair-stepped there, but it got messed up, and then obviously those two also. So I should have started it one over, but that's okay. Purposely messed up now. So, largest ever log cabin.
Well, guess what? Log cabins aren't built fully straight.
Okay. You can put it down, boys. I'm gonna measure it now and find out how
Yeah,
much
let's
more we
measure
need
it.
to add.
Your fans want to know how big.
Okay. I didn't plug it back in.
You what?
I didn't plug it back in yet.
Oh, it's fine. I'll take care of all that. Don't you worry. Can I measure? Can I help? Can I do something? I'm not
You
in
do
the
the
way.
math numbers.
I'm not in the
I'll
way.
tell you the number, you tell me it twice.
I'm not in the way. You're done with him, right?
Alright, so 41 and a half times 2.
83.
Let's see if this other way is the same.
83.
So I just need to go around it all the way once more, pretty much.
Oh, they're saying beautiful and pretty and
Quite
that's
strange.
great and love this quilt and I enjoy no politics, yeah. We don't do that.
And 41 and a half again. Okay, so it is exactly. Alright, so now I just need to choose which direction I want it to face and just use all these scraps up and go all the way around it. On
He
the
just
top-
says that's one of those things people would never notice.
Yeah. It's the back of the quilt anyway. So what I'm going to do is all of the ones that I have not, I'm just going to sew all of these together. Sew them all together. all of them, and then just go around the whole entire thing.
Deborah bought the 8-inch ruler by Darlene Zimmerman. She says she's hopeful.
So we're gonna make this fun. We're gonna,
Somebody going over this way now.
I'm gonna add in these white pieces. We're gonna make this the best border ever.
Is the other side the same? 83? Huh?
Huh?
Is the other side the same? 83?
And then we'll put this one in
You
here.
have to go to what, 90 what? We'll just go to 100? Because you want it bigger?
Something like that, I'm thinking right now. Let's see, let's add another white. This is gonna be so funky. So funky.
Well, Dory says it's beautiful. Everyone else is saying it's beautiful, beautiful, very pretty.
Let's add the last of this one. This is my no waste method here. And use all this up.
Suburban said earlier everything is going up except income. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Linda says great job, like always. Darlene says wow, just awesome, front and back. This is like a whole nother quilt. It's like 2 quilts in one.
Yep.
A lot of times we just use sheets as a backing, but you've told them that before plenty of times, so
Yeah.
they should know that.
Sheets or 108, or I piece. Depends. Usually on big quilts, I never have enough yardage to piece, so I either use the yardage I have and piece that with
Nita says she
a
would.
border itself, like I put the fabric together and make a square, and then I border it up, down, side to side as needed. Or if if I don't have the right size sheet, if I don't have enough yardage, I also just kind of like do whatever.
Nita says I would always flip my quilt over because it's beautiful on both sides.
Okay, so this is gonna be me making this long and tall. Or I'm just gonna go on the sides and then on the top and bottom.
You don't get plugged behind back in there? I thought
Yeah.
you were done.
No,
I thought you
I'm
were taking a
not.
break.
I should be done, but I'm not.
That's what you were saying. You were gonna be done. Plugged in.
Come on, get out of there, you stupid thread. Alright, so here's my long piece of whatever. I'm just going to go down the white sides first. Actually, that's what I'll just continue on doing is the white sides. No big deal. Oops, let me put it on
Tony says it's fancy,
This
unique
side.
style.
me. Ouch. Find an end. And then I'm just going to sew on and cut. Sew and cut. I know this is going to make it even weirder, but I think it'll look cool.
It will look good. Awesome, it will look good.
So this would be kind of like the perfect quilt with all this empty white, if you're making this as a quilt top. All this empty space would be really awesome for custom, super custom quilting, like fancy quilting, and then each individual section can have its own type, you know what I mean? Or you can choose only this dark blue to get spirals in it, and only this scratchy one to get some kind of, ruler work. Definitely something to practice your free motion quilting, on long arm or domestic with. Because of all the blank space. And it would look awesome. Really awesome.
Holy cow, you got 74 people on there.
Ooh, look at that. Thank you guys all for being here.
On Thursday.
I'm gonna hurry my little butt up though because I'm getting very hungry.
Yeah, you said you were quitting after your last one. That's why I unplugged the iron, Goofy.
Okay.
That's alright. You went on over 3 hours than your other one.
Okay, hold on, I gotta put more thread in.
They stayed and watched it.
Second
then.
bobbin of the video. Technically third. Alright, fold it on top of itself, cut it.
Deborah asked if they'd requested a specific long arm quilt pattern.
Nope. It's do whatever I know how to do. Most, like I say, even when I do long arm jobs for people, most of them, they give me direction on how heavy they want their quilting or how light they want their quilting. But most of them say, Tiffany, have fun. Do what you want. Enjoy. That's the cool part about free motion quilting and being able to do that. And I will never lose my desire to want to long arm if I have to do, you know, a specific pattern for everyone, you know? It'll keep it still fun for me. And it's fun for them because they don't know what's going to happen until I do it. This quilt is just, I have like an idea of what I want to do.
Deborah says cool, totally Tiffany.
I get free range when it comes to stuff like this. Just do whatever I wish. Same with long arm jobs though. When it's just a long arm job, it's rare someone says, okay, I only want flowers, you know? Or they say, oh, I want something geometric. Then I can just do whatever I want from my head as long as it's geometric, you know? So, I mean, I get some direction, but most of the time, no. The only thing they ever tell me is heavy, medium, or light. But even then, heavy, medium, or light can stump me. Because then I think in my mind, what is a light thing that I can do, but it will show and make it look awesome, you know?
There's a lot of thought and time that goes into Tiff actually putting the design on. She spends a lot of time deciding.
Thumper's trying to get into a bag of quilts again. For some reason, he really likes those bags. Alright, so I'm going to go back to this top corner again, because I'm just going to on the side that all the white's on first. Alright. Oh, and he's getting the handle too. He's like, yep, I'm going to eat this.
He's such an oddball. I see something. Oh, now he's looking back over Mommy. Oh well. Heather says silly fuzzball.
Oh, now he's into the plastic bag. Oh,
Oh well, we're watching you again, honey.
I'm only building on the sides that are white, so top side, over and over and over. Until it's as big as I need it to be.
I mean, your star's gonna get moved out of the center then.
I don't care.
Oh, okay.
When I load it on the frame and I put the quilt on it, I'll make sure that it lands where it lands.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to unplug it. I just have to touch the handle. You just have to touch the handle and it stops beeping.
Well, we've been doing this for months. You do it your way, I'll apparently do it mine, because I did it just yesterday even. Do it every day. Well, not yesterday, I don't do this video yesterday. Tuesday. Not Tuesday, we were in the garage, so Monday.
Whew, this thing is growing fast.
It's getting big.
Alright.
Linda says maybe your client will pay extra because you have put so much work into it.
Yeah, she did already.
Hi Lisa. Lisa says hello.
All my clients do. They spoil me.
That's how those books.
I don't know what size I'm at now. All I know is it needs to be big enough to go around the, the quilt needs to sit on it just right. I think this is kind of fun adding all these colors on here.
I think so too. It's gonna be awesome. That's the next one, Suburban. So whenever she's done with this one and whatever other projects she does in between, that'll be the next quilt.
What?
The country fabric.
Oh, yeah. It's, can't think of it right now. It's over there.
Yeah, it's sitting right here.
It's, I forgot already.
Bittersweet Lane is the name of it.
Bittersweet Lane for, Moda. It's, Kansas Troubles.
Yeah, that's the brand, the line.
And I got
That's
all
like
sorts
way
of,
zoomed in.
I got all sorts of matchy prints to go with it.
Yeah, I have to sit it like way out here so I can see any of it.
Still in the plastic. I'm not taking it out due to dust in my room reasons. I try to do that as much as possible. Leave it packaged until I'm ready to use it.
And it's got a lot of dark reds and greens and browns and tans, and there's some blue in there.
On here.
Speaking of Doug, sneeze. Sneeze, thank you, my love, thank you. Diane says I have to see what she thinks is country. Well, she originally thought the pink quilt that Tiff did, that all you guys loved and everything, that was originally going to be hers. But she thought the pink was more of a brown. Even though she chose the colors, stuff, and everything, yeah. And when she saw it, she changed her mind. So now she's going with this as country.
And I made pay for it too.
Yep, she did. She bought it all. She's well over $100 or something like that. $100 or something. I don't remember.
Fabric, it's like $275 worth.
Yeah, her fabric was expensive.
I'm gonna choose this one because there's only one strip of this left.
I don't know how many are in the bundle. It doesn't say. It says it's made in Korea though.
I think it's a 24 piece.
Yeah, I don't remember. When we bought it all, we picked it all out and it said online, but I don't remember now. It doesn't say on the packaging. Reverend says, I think it's Civil War reproduction fabric.
It is.
Yeah, that's what Kansas Troubles is, right?
There is 1, 2, 3,
Who
4,
cares?
5,
Look at the
6, 7, 8, 9. It doesn't say that.
Oh.
Now you made me mess up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 piece bundle. It's a 40 piece bundle. Let's see if this is long enough now.
Heather says that's what I do. Pretty much leave everything in the plastic until I cut into it.
Yeah, I just do that because we get really, really, really dusty here. Alright, plenty long, okay. Alright, this is going to be the last one, and then I'll measure it. It should be the right size. If not, I'll add a little bit more.
Heather says you count faster than I can look stuff up. Diane says 40 pieces is a good amount of fat quarters.
Yes.
Plus we got a lot of solid and some other colors
all of
there.
the whites are being pulled out of there. Why? Because the background fabric is cream. So there's not going to be enough contrast. But the whites will be getting used as cornerstones and so on and so forth, mixed throughout the thing. Now, if it is a white cream with the print on it, those will be get used in the Dresdens, but everything else will be not used. So, I had a plan for the whole thing. They will be 16-inch blocks. That's the plan. And I don't know what else. The smaller ones won't be because those are. I think I'm going to overlap for the frame. Not sure yet. I want to do something super fun for the wall hanging because it's not getting quilted. It's just going into a frame. So. I might quilt it like a top stitch over everything, so you know once it's in the frame it stays together, but I don't think it's going to have quilting because there's not going to be any batting in it. so it'll be just a totally different art piece.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm trying to say you can't put batting in it, so yeah, I guess quilting it would be pointless, right?
Yep. Alright. Hopefully this measures a nice size.
Somebody's calling me.
Alright, here we go. I'm going to press this now and then see how big it is. And obviously you guys can't see because I'm on the ironing board. And I think I added to the wrong side, but I really don't care now because paying attention.
Yeah, Diane looked it up. That piece was 120 for that pack, but then we bought more.
Yeah,
We bought all that one for the
Yardage.
background and 2 of the other colors, so yeah.
So I added this piece to the wrong side, but
I think it was around $200 even, but I could be wrong.
that I was working on. But that's because I got distracted trying to hurry, but I don't care anymore because I'm super duper hungry.
We ordered it from Missouri Star? Is that where
Yeah.
we ordered it? Yeah. Yeah, we called them up, and the cool thing was when we called them up, they gave us a big discount.
Because their link that they sent me in the email didn't work.
Yeah.
They sent me a thank you for signing up link because we did it under his mom's name, and yeah.
Yeah, and we called them up, and the guy gave us a big deal. I forget what it was, like 30% off or something. I don't know. It gives
Their
a huge
20%
chunk.
off coupon didn't work.
Yeah, he gave us a huge chunk off. Mary Jane says, looking good.
Well, it's messed up, but I don't care.
I think it looks good. How's it messed up now?
Oh, because I meant to only add these extra pieces to the white sides, and the talking stuff, I ended up putting them down a color, and I didn't want them that way.
But it looks good. It looks like that's what it was meant to be.
And then I'll stay stitch around this whole entire thing because the way I have to pin it to the long arm, because it is a pieced back, I will need a stay stitch all the way around it because it's the back, and again it's going to get tugged on and yanked.
Are you going around it again?
Nope. I'm pretty sure this was the last time. It should be plenty big now. Yep, and it's supposed to be 2 rows up and 2 rows over,
Oops.
but that's okay.
It looks good.
This is why I hate corded irons. this right here. The iron had like its own built-in heating element to stay warm, unlike my other one that does not. So it lasts so much longer. All right. My total build-a-block, my total build-a-block back is
That's grown-ups there.
Now we just let you dumb things, that's all.
46 plus 46.
80 and 12 is 92.
92. It's not big enough that way by, let's see if this way is longer. 92 and a half technically. Because I just gave you the number without the quarter inch extra. So I might have to go around it one more time.
Yeah, you're gonna.
I'm not going to do that right now because I'm super hungry.
Diane says, LOL, I never put so much into backing. Lisa says,
40
gotta go back to the start, I've missed so much.
48 plus 48
96.
plus 1 inch.
97.
So technically it is big enough by 97. 92 by 97?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's big
I
enough.
thought the other one was 98 by whatever.
What did I
80
just say
something.
the other number was?
92 by 97 is this.
And the quilt is 89 by 95.
Oh, I thought it was 98.
That gives me barely any room to grab.
Well, we'll lay it out, make sure, before we put it
Yeah.
on the long arm.
Yep, I'll lay it out. So my really huge messed up project now, even though it started out really cool, but I ran out of color. Looks like that. Obviously there's no way to show you the whole entire thing. So there that is. I added obviously to the white sides. And if I have to add more I will. I'll just do that off camera obviously because I'm hungry and I think I need to go. So I can eat. But it ends kind of funny on one side.
Kind of funny.
Kind of funny. Anyway, turn the camera facing this way.
I'm going.
That's how you make a piece back. That is how you piece a very large back with 5-inch strips and a center star that didn't work with anything else. So there it is. And it'll look really cool if it's reversed. It doesn't really matter. It's just one super duper huge log cabin. And it looks cool. And yeah, that's it. I'm done. Done. Anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Again, if I add more, I'll tell you guys, but I'm not going to show it on video. I'm going to get off here and go eat.
They're saying awesome, beautiful, very pretty.
And eat. I need to eat. I'm starving. So, thank
Well,
you
you
guys for
haven't eaten
watching. Like my video, subscribe if you haven't, share with your quilty friends, and I'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.
I was waiting on you to wait bye.